It all started when I joined Forsaken just to play for fun. And at first, it did seem normal until I realized that this was one of the most chattiest servers that I've ever come across. And after inspection, there was a clear reason why. Someone was pretending to be an admin, going as far as to pretend to have stamina hacks. Coincidentally, they were the next killer, so let's put their adminity to the test. So after getting a good amount of HP from reroll, I decided to go hunt for and shoot the killer, hopefully saving a teammate. And it didn't take long for me to find this supposed admin chasing a 2-time. Luckily, my gun didn't explode or not fire, and I managed to stun, potentially saving the 2-time. Sadly, my stun wasn't enough to save them, and eventually it was my turn to be chased. I whipped it out, but missed. They thought it would land though, so they used Unstable Eye and went for the spikes. Both abilities were wasted, allowing me to not be punished at all for my miss. It was at this moment that I realized this wasn't a US server, so I was actually having some lag. I was scared I was going to be kicked and not be able to get more clips for this video you're watching right now. Luckily, I didn't get kicked though. Despite not being kicked, I did lose all of my intermission time. The supposed admin wasn't the best as killer, but maybe they're better as 2-time? After killing an AFK, the killer had 4 minutes, and I knew we might be in trouble. I managed to be the last person standing, and my gun didn't explode. The one time I wanted to. Me and the 2-time did not do so well, but maybe it's just cause it was a 1x. Not having a massive lag spike, I checked chat, and this supposed tester admin person said that they were calling Soy. Yeah, the one that's a guest skin. Other than that, everyone was just calling them out. It was actually pretty funny. After my poor performance as Chance, it was my turn to be the killer. This so-called tester admin person has still not done anything at all to prove themselves, so maybe they will now. I throw an entanglement out in the general direction I see some players, and I actually managed to hit a noob, somehow survive a backstab from a 2-time because it registered as a front stab for some reason, and miss my mass infection. I'll make sure to remember that for later. They use Slate Skin, so I entanglement, so they cannot cancel it early. I then count, and when it comes to 6, I am 1. Combine that boost from the speed 2 upon cancellation or ending of Slate Skin, and they got some distance. Although entanglement fixes that problem really easily. After that kill, I use Unstable Eye to find a near survivor, and I find this 2-time. And I guess they just thought that I did not notice that they were trying to corner stab. And that's when a noob burning through stamina just comes running at me. I guess I'll take the free kill. I plan on keeping the admin tester person 2-time for LMS just for the plot, so let's go after the Chance for now, because they could cancel mass infection. I caught them in 4K gambling, so they were an easy kill. Right after that, I found my minions attacking a 2-time. The other 2-time, not the one that's supposedly a tester, although that was them who just failed their backstab. This boss 2-time thought it would be smart to put themselves in a corner, so I got a free M1 in. Although that damn Elliot came around. I'll deal with them next.
What are you aiming at?
This 2-time had the opportunity to get out of a corner, and they chose not to. I guess they know something I don't or something. Then out of nowhere, I got backstabbed by the admin tester person. My Unstable Eye was on cooldown, so I had no idea where they were. Luckily, I found them thanks to footstep noises. The darn Elliot came around, letting them heal up, although I quickly M1 and entanglement, killing them. The admin tester person also dashed into my entanglement with a dash stab. Then I hit them with a mass infection behind the wall, and based off the way they were standing still there for a second, I knew they were pretty shocked. And I didn't notice it because I turned my vignette off recently, but that entanglement actually killed, and I didn't know that at the time. But when I looked at the 2x HP and saw they had 40 and it was green, I knew they had respawned. Aiming for an easy LMS, I started to go after Elliot. As long as I didn't hit this 2x, they'd have no one to give pizzas to, meaning their rush hours were limited to 1.
What are you aiming at?
I use Unstable Eye and see the 2x drinking a cola. For some reason they don't cancel it, so that should make my LMS a lot easier. I was expecting a trick stab, so I flicked my camera, but they didn't stab yet.
What are you aiming at?
This was actually the first bit of skill they've shown. Maybe they are a tester or admin because the Forsaken devs just love their OCs. But then again, they tried to drink a Bloxy Cola mid-chase, and they should have known about the change that if you get hit with Bloxy Cola, then it cancels. Anyway, they try to crouch but don't notice me from behind, so I kill them. After checking chat, this guy was just crashing out on them. It is literally not that deep. Shortly after crashing out, the person left, and this admin tester person said they were gonna call Soy. The next killer was a Noli. After soloing a generator with my inner milestone for guest, getting some good HP and 3 charges for my gun, the killer came, and luckily I managed to get a 4-second stun. Later, I was just doing a generator when this admin tester person came around and was chirping. And I guess their new way of trying to solidify into our brains that they're real is stating facts, like how the generator I was on was real, but I'm not stupid, I know how to check it. If you're wondering who bro was when they were talking to me, I didn't know either, so I asked them and they told me it was Soy. They only know Soy, I guess, not Isaac or Hitoko, just Soy. And they called him Little Soy, like they had more power, but they're saying they're a tester? The story is not making sense. Next round was not interesting at all, but the testers started being toxic, telling people to shut up, and calling them a targeter, which is so dumb. I'm gonna be so real. Targeting is a necessary part of the game. It was again this tester's time to be killer. I'm gonna be honest, that's such a tongue twister, you don't want to know how long it took just to get that. Anyways, I was actually AFK for a second, and got violated by the Elliot. But when I finally came back, I gambled and the killer was coming my way. I should be at the stamina advantage, but you never know, so I gamble for my flintlock as the John Doe misses their spikes. I was planning on looping them the entire game, but then they went off to target the 2x. Later, I went to help an unknowing Elliot on a gen, but my gun didn't fire. I guess it's kind of good because it would have activated Unstoppable, but still, 3 charges, that's insane. But to make the whole thing even crazier, I missed again. Maybe they do have some admin powers, because this luck is just insane. And of course the Elliot didn't even try to get a rush hour by giving me a pizza, even though they watched as my gun explode on me because I was trying to protect them. I get cut off here, and I think it might be the end. My gun exploded on me, and Hatfix is on cooldown, and in boredom, I use reroll and lose a bunch of HP. Now I can either not use my abilities, or they're on cooldown. Peak chance gameplay right here. Luckily, I don't die though because they waited for me to come out, or were like AFK or something, I don't know. Anyways, I had fix, and now I can coin flip and have my one-shot ability. It doesn't fire. But luckily, they use spikes to counter, I think, but they miss, so I don't get punished. I would have died right there, but nope. One shot is still on an 18-second cooldown. I guess they don't know that they can control the way spikes go? Sure. I know they're not a real tester because no way that they just rage quit because of me. After losing in chat, they were crashing out and asking for Soy to help them. I can't make this up, bro. But before I could be killer once more and destroy them once more, they left. Anyways, if you've watched all the way to the end right here, then thank you so much. It means so much that you did that, and it means so much even more if you were entertained. Please consider liking, subscribing, and joining the Discord link in my posts. Thank you all for 2K. See you next time.